The country yesterday witnessed yet another record haul of 1,200 plus cases, while the federal capital also recorded over 400 cases. With the capital fast turning into a coronavirus hotspot, it is evident that the authorities' decision of imposing prohibitory orders has not yet yielded desired results in stemming the spread of coronavirus. Good morning, I'm Abhyuday Shrestha, and these are the headlines of the hour. Dead bodies of 14 victims recovered from Wednesday night's landslide in Budi of Dorpatan municipality in Baglung district. 24 others still reported missing. 1,200 plus COVID-19 cases reported to take the COVID-19 tally past the 43,000 mark. The capital remains a hotbed with over 400 cases. Prime Minister and Nepal Communist Party Chairman KP Sharma Oli recommends Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam as the member of the National Assembly. And Spain scores in injury time to hold Germany to a 1-1 draw in the UEFA Nations League match. Fourteen dead bodies have been recovered from Wednesday night's landslide caused by massive rainfall at Budi of Dorpatan municipality in Baglung district. 24 others are still reported missing in the mayhem. According to DSP at the Baglung police station, Rajendra Regmi, security personnel and the local authority have intensified the search for the missing. The police informed that the landslide has swept away more than 31 houses in Dorpatan municipality. The landslide has also swept away a suspension bridge and 2 school buildings. One more COVID-19 death has been confirmed in the country this morning, taking the tally to 264. 146 cases were reported this morning, taking the total number of cases in the country to 43,023. More than 17 cases were reported from Chiton and Nawalparasi this morning. Likewise, Kaski reported 16 cases, Lamjung 3, Tanahu 2, and Siangja, Baglung, and Rotahat reported a case each this morning. Meanwhile, an additional 1,225 cases of COVID-19 were registered in the country yesterday. Speaking at the press briefing yesterday, spokesperson for the Health Ministry, Dr. Jageshwar Gautam, informed that 13,413 sample tests were conducted through the PCR method in the past 24 hours. 445 of the total cases were reported from the federal capital. 347 were from Kathmandu district alone, whereas 46 infected were from Lalitpur and 42 were from Bhaktapur. 18,413 individuals currently are active coronavirus patients in the country, whereas 24,207 have already recovered from the virus, with 917 recoveries registered in the past 24 hours. 10,671 individuals are in isolation in various hospitals and isolation centers, and 7,742 individuals are staying in home isolation. The ruling Nepal Communist Party has decided to recommend Vice Chairman Bamdev Gautam to the National Assembly member. In the party secretariat meeting held at the Prime Minister's official residence in Balwatar yesterday, the ruling party utilized the government's quota of recommendation for the vacant seat of the upper house. Even as the party chairman and Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli were in favor of giving continuity to Finance Minister Yuvraj Khatiwara as the member of the National Assembly, the recommendation of leader Gautam was the party secretariat's unanimous decision. Earlier, the secretariat meeting that was held on 26th of February had directed the government to nominate Gautam as a member of the upper house. Likewise, yesterday's meeting also discussed the report submitted by the task force to the chairman duo. The chairman duo have said that the report would be presented at the standing committee meeting after intensive discussion. Meanwhile, the meeting also drew the government's attention towards stemming the spread of coronavirus and relief distribution. The government has initiated the East-West Railway construction contract procedure amounting to over 32 billion rupees in a bid to favor certain contractors. A complaint has been filed at the Parliament's Public Accounts Committee demanding investigation into the scam, as the contract procedures have flouted the regulations of acquisition, demarcation and compensation of land for railway track. The committee on its part, meanwhile, has remained silent on the issue. A complaint was filed on 19th of July earlier this year at the Public Accounts Committee demanding investigation into the controversial contract procedure. The committee that used to exhibit willingness on investigating each and every other case this time around has mysteriously remained silent on the alleged scam. Despite constant pressure from several members of the committee, its chairman, Bharat Bahadur Shah, has remained reluctant on calling a meeting to discuss the issue. Chairman Shah, who refused to officially comment, said that the case has now been dragged to the court and that the meeting has been delayed due to the ongoing COVID-19 pandemic. Meanwhile, the delay in the meeting has also caused a ripple in the main opposition Nepali Congress camp, as senior leader Ramchandra Paudel and several other Congress members in the committee had issued a notice on Wednesday demanding a probe into the case. Likewise, lawmakers representing the ruling Nepal Communist Party at the Public Accounts Committee have also insisted on the need of discussion at the earliest by acquiring all the required documents related to the case. Despite lawmakers from both ruling and the opposition parties strongly demanding investigation into the case, Committee Chairman Shah has been alleged of avoiding the issue at various pretexts. The capital's Lalitpur area remained tense throughout the day yesterday as some youths tried to proceed ahead with the chariot festival of Rato Machindranath. The police resorted to baton charging and using water cannons to disperse the rampaging crowd that brutally attacked a traffic police on patrol. Meanwhile, the Japu Society and the Guti Corporation have said that there were no programs to pull the chariot of the Machindranath yesterday. We have more in this report.
The day began with some youths assembling at Lalitpur's Pulchok around 9 in the morning on Thursday and started demanding that they be allowed to proceed ahead with the chariot festival. The local authority tried to resist the large youth force, citing the ongoing prohibitory orders. The uncontrolled crowd pulled the chariot of Meennath up to Lalitpur's Gabahal, while Red Machindranath's chariot was pulled a few meters away in Pulchok. The security personnel from Nepal Police and Armed Police Force jumped into action as they fired tear gas and water cannons on the rampaging revelers. This ensued into a clash as the crowd brutally came down upon some security personnel. The scuffle lasted until 4 in the afternoon. According to the priest of the Red Machindranath, a meeting was earlier scheduled between the stakeholders to take a decision on the festival on Thursday. The priest viewed that, although there was a provision to organize the festival by observing precautionary measures against COVID-19, a decision was yet to be made. Meanwhile, Guti Corporation has said that Thursday's unfortunate development has come at a time when the Guti, Japu Society and the local authority were trying to hold a meeting on the future course of the festival.
Meanwhile, in what is seen as a response to yesterday's unfortunate developments, the District Administration Office Lalitpur has imposed a curfew starting from 4 in the morning till 10 p.m. today. The curfew will be in effect between Balkhu to Manohara and the district's area within Ring Road. According to Chief District Officer Narayan Prasad Bhatta, the decision was taken in response to the threat yesterday's procession imposed on the public's health. Violent clashes with the police took place in Pulchok after the attendees proceeded with the procession. Several police personnel and attendees were injured in the incident. According to CDO Bhatta, the ongoing curfew might be extended depending upon the situation. Based on Nepal's Local Administration Act, a CDO has the authority to impose curfews and restrictions or call conflict areas in case of activities that pose threat on community, peace, public properties and public's health. The Machindranath procession has been postponed due to the prohibitory orders imposed amid the coronavirus crisis. Following a meeting with stakeholders yesterday, Guthi Sansthan has decided to take the Machindranath statue to Bungamati before 18th of September by following maximum precautions. In our Public Voice segment, we had asked the tea farmers in Thapa, why are farmers unable to gain profit despite the escalation in the market price of green tea leaves? Let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
चियालाई विभिन्न भिटामिनहरु दिनुपर्छ, औषधिहरु दिनुपर्छ, त्यो झारहरु मार्ने औषधिहरु पनि पाउन सकेको छैन, त्यसैकारण त्यति राम्रो उत्पादन लिन सकेको छैन।
मोल चाहिँ भएन, तर पनि आको उत्पादनमा केही कमी नै छ, यता भाव उठेको छ।
गत वर्ष भन्दा अहिलेको चाहिँ चियाको मूल्य आको
24 घण्टा चल्ने फ्याक्ट्रीहरु 2-4 घण्टा चले भनेपछि पत्ता त पुरै डाउन भयो।
किसानले चाहिँ पूर्ण रूपमा फाइदा लिन सकेन, किनभने यसमा बिचौलियाहरू धेरै छ।
उत्पादनमा त कमी आयो होला, तर रेटले गर्दाखेरि जे होस् सधैँको भन्दा फाइदै छ।
बिचौलियाहरूले राम्ररी नाफा कमाउन सकेको भए पनि किसानलाई चाहिँ त्यस्तो फाइदा हुने केही पनि देखिएन।
समयमा मल आएन, मल नआएपछि वर्षा भए तापनि मल हाल्न नपाएकाले गर्दाखेरि पत्ती आएन, पत्ती कमी भएको अनि यता भाउ बढी भएको।
And it's time now for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And here's the question. What's your take on the prolonged silence of Public Accounts Committee despite complaints lodged on controversial contracts? Your options are A, not worthy enough, B, no meetings, and C, contractors, lawmakers, nexus. The voting is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B, or C, and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. And that's all for the moment. Keep watching Kantipur Television HD for more news and entertainment. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.